What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Michael Knapp Fishing. If you're new to the channel, hello, thank you for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Go down there and hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications. That'll give you an opportunity to win a Tackle Warehouse gift card that we do give away from time to time. Today's video is about the Tokyo rig, and we're going to do some not necessarily modifications to the Tokyo rig, but a tip for the Tokyo rig that kind of qualifies under modifications, that kind of jazz. I told you on the last video we would go over it a little bit more as to what all was going to be included in the modifications series or playlist or whatever, and today's that day that we're going to go over something a little bit different. So let's go, guys. All right, everybody. So the Tokyo rig is still relatively new on the scene, to be honest. It's a technique that, I'll be honest, when it came out, I really didn't care. I was like, who gives two flying flips? Like, all it is essentially kind of a Texas rig and a drop shot combined. I don't care about that. It don't do anything for me. But after getting it and fishing it, I actually really like it. So for those of you who don't know what the Tokyo rig is, this is a Tokyo rig. VMC makes this particular one. As everybody knows, I love VMC, and that's what I fish is VMC. I'm a VIP with them, so I like to use their bait. So what we have is your swivel up top here. Your swivel is where you're going to connect your line, and that's going to allow the bait to be free flowing. Then you've got a steel ring down here. This is not a split ring, it's a steel ring, which you're not going to bend very easily. And then you've got this is a particular worm hook, and then you've got your actual Tokyo wire. And then I have added a Wu tungsten weight to it. So and as I said, this is the worm hook. They make the wide gap hooks, flipping hooks. They actually make a Nico hook now, which I'm really happy about, all in Tokyo rig style. So very, very cool bait with a lot of versatility to it, but that's not what we're here for. I just wanted to make sure everybody knew what a Tokyo rig was. So when it comes to the Tokyo rig and modifications, it has to do with the weight. All right, guys, so after fooling around with that and failing epically, we got another bait out. So I'm going to show you the modification I do to the Tokyo rig. And it's not really a modification, but it's a weight modification. So you see how this is the way you generally run it when you're like punching grass and stuff like that. So that when you punch, it goes down like that. Your weight doesn't get caught up on stuff as easily. This is the modification that we're going to run. Now, I know a lot of people are like, you really didn't do anything there. Like, what's so special about that? But I'm gonna show you all. All right, try and keep the hooks out. All right, so here's the difference. One weight is upside down and one weight is right side up. Now, a lot of you are gonna ask, why does this matter? It matters when you're fishing different kinds of cover and habitat that these fish actually live in. So this one, this is designed for punching, flipping straight down into stuff. So if you're fishing, that grass, that lay downs, anything like that, you want that weight like this. It's gonna go straight down in there, and it's gonna go in there a lot easier. Now, when it comes to fishing in open water with, say, maybe rock, or even some laydowns that aren't quite as thick and nasty, we're gonna turn that weight around like this. And the reason for that is the bulk of the weight is gonna be down like this. And as you drag it along, the weight is actually gonna be bullet side up, and it's not going to get hung up as easily. So if you were to fish this down in rock, and try to come across rock like this, it would get hung a little bit easier because you've got the fat end here up towards the bait instead of the bullet end down towards the weight. The bullet end is going to allow it to be able to come across rock much easier, and not just rock, any kind of wood, any kind of cover like that. It's going to actually allow that bait to come across much easier and prevent you from getting hung so much and losing so many tungsten weights, because we know this tungsten isn't cheap. So this is actually going to allow you to be able to come across easier. Guys, like I said, we were going to kind of combine this new modification series slash playlist slash not really modifications all the time with tips and tricks, and we're just kind of combining everything together. I guess it really should have been a tip and trick series more than anything, but it didn't really include modifications in there. But that right there is the modification. Knowing when to switch that weight around, putting one weight down so you can go through the grass easier, and putting one weight up so you can come across rock easier. It's really that simple. It's that easy, and it's a very, very easy modification to be able to make your life a lot easier when you're fishing out on the water, because that's what it's all about. Anyway, guys, I hope y'all liked that video. It's just something small that I learned last year when I was really experimenting with the Tokyo rig. Because like I said, I was completely against the Tokyo rig. I didn't like it. But now that I've learned to fish it, I actually do really like that bait. Anyway, guys, do me a favor. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Leave me a comment down in the comment section below. Let me know, do you all use the Tokyo rig? How do you fish it? Where do you fish it? What hooks do you fish it with? Do you make your own, or do you buy them pre-rigged from VMC like I do? Because I personally prefer it that way. It's just a lot easier to grab them out, tie them on, and let's go. Anyway, guys, take care. I'll see y'all out on the water.